What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're doing something completely different because we wanted to get into some shenanigans. And I figured, why not? We're going to go deep and see if we can make it happen with the Reanimator deck today. But we're going with Jund Reanimator. I think I've seen some like self-mill strategies and stuff people are trying, and I have a different deck that's doing some self-milling things. But this one in particular is about getting those big creatures out of the graveyard and getting them into play. And it wasn't all that bad, so, y'all are going to go ahead and get to have a look at it. But let's hop right in and take a look at this Jund Reanimator list. Okay, as always, got to say, give some love to my sponsor, shop.ultrapro.com. Now is the best time to get your stuff seriously, so you can get it before the holidays. If there's any type of sleeves, deck boxes, playmats, wall scrolls, D&D stuff, Pokemon stuff, whatever that you want, get it now before the holidays and the shipping gets bad. And they support me and they support a bunch of other Magic creators, so go ahead and show them some love for taking care of us. Alright, so starting at the top here, we are going to hit up Undead Butler. This is one of the new cards. Colorless and a black 1/2, comes into play, mill 3 cards. When it dies, you can exile it and get a creature from the graveyard back to your hand. So this is actually really good because even late game, if we end up just having the mana, we can go ahead and put this back in our hand and make sure that we can cast something big. The other thing too is sometimes you can just have this die to get maybe like a Taxidermist or an Innkeeper or whatever back, just so you can keep that mana going to get where you want to go. So it's not a bad all-around card. We're playing 3 mulch because it does fill up your graveyard and it puts lands in our hand to be able to cast everything. So either way, we're not upset with the results here. Prosperous Innkeeper, like we were just talking about, it does gain some incidental life, but we really want it for the mana more than anything else. Mostly because it gives us multicolor mana, which is important. Taxidermist, which often can hit a 4/4 status, because we are putting a lot of things in the graveyard. So, very possible you're going to have this as a 4/4. Then we have one Old Rutstein, because he's milling stuff into the yard for us. Now, we mostly hope he hits a land and gets his treasure. But if he doesn't, you at least get a token, or you get a blood token. And the reason the blood tokens are good too is because you can also discard things to be able to get back with your reanimation spells. We're playing one Giganosaurus. I know. Take that in for a second. It's in there. Yes, this is not a normal standard card. Yes, it's in the arena only sets. But you know what? 10/10 is still a big 10/10 body, and we can cast it pretty easily most of the time. However, if you wanted another choice, you could go with Lord of the Forsaken. I think we had this in some of the earlier versions of the deck before we pulled it for some changes we made later on in the stream, but this is a totally reasonable option if you want to play it. Again, it's a standard legal thing. If you want to play best of 3 and try this out, card is fine. It does give you a few extra options to play some things out of the graveyard or mill stuff in there, so it's doing what this deck wants to do. I just didn't get into the play that often, so I decided to go with something else. But yeah, feel free to go ahead and play that card. There's nothing wrong with it. It's totally reasonable. Alright, after that we're playing 2 Wrenn and 7. Mostly because, again, it can mill stuff, fill up the graveyard, but we can get at least a token that's usually going to be a 5/5, 6/6 anyway, so that's totally alright. Now we get into our reanimation spells. We're playing Diregraph Rebirth, which, the thing about the Rebirth that I think even I forget sometimes is that when you attack, you can just see if your opponent chump blocks something or whatever, and if they do, or not even chump blocks, if they just block to kill one of your things. If they do, then you ultimately get to play this cheaper, and that makes a big difference. You can also attack and maybe they have some 1/1s they're willing to block with, or maybe you think they're going to sacrifice them to like a Deadly Dispute or something. Well, then you can save yourself some mana on this card, so remember that. I think it's something I missed once or twice when it would have mattered. But it returned the card from the graveyard to the battlefield, so that's awesome. Kind of no questions asked, just get a card back. And it has flashback, which is super cool. So definitely looking in forward to playing that. We've got 4 Blood on the Snow just as a board sweeper, but we can get most of our things back. I think we have like 2 creatures, maybe 3 that we can't get back with this. So we're almost always going to be able to get something substantial back that makes a big difference. Then we get into the big hitters. These are the things we're trying to reanimate. So we have one Burning Rune Demon, 4 mana, or 6 mana. It's 4 colorless, black, black, for 6/6 flying. When it comes into play, you choose 2 cards. Your opponents take one. You put one in your hand. You put the other in the graveyard. Awesome. It can let you get another card to play right after it, which is great. You can put something in the graveyard, so you can set it up to be brought into play. So it's doing everything we want, and it's a 6/6 flyer, so great. Tovalar's Huntmaster. This is good because it actually makes tokens that could buy us more time getting blockers. So love that. Olivia, Crimson Bride. Now, Olivia is actually pretty fun in here. And yes, it is red. We have a couple of off-color cards, but we can cast them, so don't worry. But Olivia comes into play, has flying, has haste. When she attacks, you get to get something out of the yard and put it into play. Now, this happens every time she attacks, not just the first time. So if you have multiple things in the yard over 2 or 3 turns, like, you probably just kill your opponent because you're getting big demons and flyers or whatever, right? But think about it like this. You could attack with Olivia, get Burning Rune Demon, of course if it's already in the graveyard, and end up with an extra card in your hand and a new card in the graveyard, right? That's actually pretty big. Or you can end up in a situation where you attack, you get the demon into play, and then now those little 1/1s you had in play, or possibly Taxidermist, or even tokens from Rutstein or whatever, you now get to start turning those into demons and get another creature out next turn. So that's actually pretty slick, right? Other things we have available in this deck. Like I said, we do have the Dreadfast Demon, 7 mana, 6/6 flying. During your end step, you get to sacrifice the thing and turn it into a demon. Belladross Witherbloom. This is another one. We can actually cast it in here, but there's sometimes you just get it out of the yard. It makes a 1/1 each turn, and that 1/1 pest is going to keep gaining you life and buying you all the time. Great card. We're playing 1 Coma. And again, we're actually able to cast the Coma, so don't freak out too much. But we really just wanted to get it out of the yard. And Coma, if it sticks, just becomes a world beater. It's hard for your opponents to get around. Now, late in the game, we did add 2 Meathook Massacre. So I think that's where the demon came out, and we might have taken out a Rin and 7. I think we had 3 at one point. So we removed those to play the Meathook Massacres because we wanted a couple extra sweepers. But this also could just drain our opponent when we're doing one of the things where we're making tokens or whatever. So wanted to take that into account and just see what we could do with it. And it seems like the right card for the situation. And we are playing 1 Orcus, partly because Orcus can get stuff back out of the yard. Orcus can kill things on the board. Orcus can just be a 5/3 attacker and win this game that way. Like, I think we use all different parts of the Orcus at various points. We get all the meat off the bone, if you will, with this card. So, very good. As far as spells, we're playing 8 swamps, or snow-covered swamp, 1 snow-covered mountain, 9 snow-covered forest, 3 woodland chasm, 1 highland forest, and 2 faceless havens. Rarely is mana an issue as far as color. Sometimes quantity can be every once in a while, depending on what your opening draw looks like. But otherwise, it should be mostly fine. But, you know, as always, let's play some games. Let's see what everything's all about. And then we'll talk about any updates. And we'll have a card spotlight for you, as usual. We'll decline the action. Like I said, we'll just leave Coma. Opponent can decide what they want out of our hand here. Neither is bad, really. If they decide to take Old Rutstein, fine. If they take Taxidermist, fine. We have the other thing. They might just take Blood on the Snow, honestly, just to keep us from ever casting it. Nope, they took Old Rutstein. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I wonder if that means they have another Spellbinder in hand, and they were just worried about Rutstein coming down here. I mean, this will set us up for 5 mana next turn, which means there's quite a few big things we could cast. Namely, we'd like to draw... Well, see, that's what I thought, that another Spellbinder. See, sometimes you just know. Now you probably take Blood on the Snow. No, they're still not taking Blood on the Snow. Do they have triple Spellbinder? Alright, we did get the Ren and 7, so that's cool. The question now becomes, do I want to... Actually, no, I'm not even worried about it, because we can probably get an untapped land from Ren and 7 next turn. So, I mean, this is assuming Ren and 7 lives and blah, blah, blah. They might just sacrifice a Spellbinder to kill it. And if so, that's totally understandable. Though they could just Brutal Cathar, get rid of our token. And that'd be sad, but we could do it. And then we just play Old Retstein next turn, I guess. Same difference. Portable hold a token. It's all the same. Alright. Well, they left us with Blood in the Snow, and they know we have it. So I'm wondering if... Well, if we get an untapped land, obviously we try to just Blood in the Snow here. Oh, hold that thought. Nah, we just do that after we Blood in the Snow, right? Because we can get back a Coma, but I don't think we want to do that yet. Especially with them having 2 flyers. We need to just keep eye on the prize here. I'm just trying to see if there's a way we lose here. 3, 6, 7, 8. I mean, they could get rid of our Taxidermist, and that would be problematic. So let's go ahead and just play Rutstein here. I think that's fine. I mean, we have to hope they don't kill Taxidermist or we top deck untap land. That's really what we need here. One or the other. I'm accepting of either, but we need one or the other. This is going to be a good solid win for this deck, though, if we can score it. Okay, that's going to be a big hit, but doesn't kill us by any stretch, actually. Yeah, you just attack with both. I was like, why would you not attack with those, opponent? Alright, so, oh man, we got a little bit of everything here. Okay, so the good part here is if we Blood on the Snow, we still have 5 mana next turn for the Rebirth. So the matter is, I guess we just get Coma here. And there's really nothing to Rebirth unless we just want to get Giganosaurus. I mean, we could get Wrenn and 7. With the Blood on the Snow. And then Rebirth the Coma. Which might be better. Though I feel like if we get Coma... You know what? I think I am going to get Wrenn and 7 here. Destroy all creatures. I'm going to get Wrenn and 7. And then, like I said, then we'll get Coma. Because, like, the reason here... Okay. I thought maybe they could have, like, Brutal Cathar or something. So, I wanted to check that out first. Let's see if maybe we could get lucky and get, like, a, what's her name? Olivia in the yard, maybe? We did get an Olivia in the yard. Cool. Is there something we could do with that? Olivia could bring back a Coma? Then I'd have to get to 7, though, if they killed Olivia. We would lose, but we'd have a 3/3 left behind. I'm wondering if I should just get the Coma. I feel like I'm getting greedy. But we're here to do big things, so whatever. Let's get Olivia. Let's attack with Olivia. We'll get back Coma. And the opponent can just trade everything for Coma here if they want to. We're totally okay with that. Because I could have got a demon, and demon would have turned this into a 6/6. Like, that would have been fine. Oh, no, I have that demon in hand, actually. So I couldn't have done that. Okay. They let us keep the Coma. Now I'm curious what's going to go down here. I mean, because you can't kill everything. And if they don't kill Olivia, when Olivia attacks again, we get something else out of the yard. Probably just this Lord of the Forsaken if we want it. Oh, he's exiled, actually, from the other thing. So we can get the Giganosaurus. Oh, yeah, that Giganosaurus is legit. It's a real card in here. That is not a mistake. Oh, that's not going to save you, opponents. That's not going to do very much at all. That's just very sad for you. Yeah, opponent is deader than a doornail, I think, here, as they say. Oh, wow. Yep. Man, I guess we have to keep this. Alright, we're probably going to need to find some red lands to sweep some creatures here, I imagine. Oh, Thalia is going to be very annoying considering we drew 3 Blood on the Snows. That's not good. That's very, very bad. And we lost 2 land and didn't even put a creature in the yard. Boo. Yeah, this hand went from bad to worse. Oh yeah, we're dead. Like, we're not beating this start, I don't think. I don't even know what we could get here that would swing the tempo of anything, but we needed creatures, at least a couple of creatures in the yard. Now, I don't see a way for us to hold out. I mean, we could, like, double block Thalia? Maybe? That's not great. I mean, then we lose our mana either way. So that's no good. I think we just have to block like this. Take some damage. Hope that we can find one of our 5 mana things this turn that we can cast. You don't really qualify. However, being able to do this for 1 does kill Thalia and unlocks Blood on the Snow potentially. So, you know, like, not the thing we were looking to do, but you got to take what you can get. And we don't even have anything good in the yard, so if we Blood on the Snow, we're likely just getting back an Orcus, which kind of sucks. Alright. No attacks. Oh, man, we are lucky that happened when it did. Alright, and then if they play a creature, they get a 1/1, right? Is that how that works? Yeah. Okay. Well, don't remove my Orcus, please. Because it's some of the only plans I have. I need to just top deck and untap land. That's how we get this back on track. Come on, untap land. Come on, untap land. That's what we're calling for here. Come on. I know you got it in your deck. No, leave that Orcus alone. You ain't interested in that. They have another Adeline, don't they? Well, we kind of got to do it either way. Okay, we did get the untapped land. Great. So, Butler's going to die. Could get us back Taxidermist. And then we could just get back Orcus with this. So, yeah, I guess. Destroy all creatures. So, Blood on the Snow will get Orcus. For 0. Like, nothing happens. We paid nothing. Butler, we will take action. And we'll get back the only thing we can get. So now we can go Innkeeper into Taxidermist and have plenty of mana. And we got an Orcus trying to handle business. What? Really? No. They must have sweepers of their own. This must be one of those, like, white aggro decks that's playing their own, whatchamacallit, Doomscar or something. Because nothing else makes sense here. I mean, I'll walk into it. If they have it, they have it. I mean... Actually, do we even... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only have a couple of things we wouldn't be able to cast with this. Like, if we drew Coma, we would need this. What would you... Why would you not play a thing there with 4 mana? What are they holding? It has to be Doomscar, right? I'm just gonna... You know, they could pump their land or whatever here. Oh, it's another Cemetery Reaper. Or Protector. That's fine. I thought it was something of relevance. I was like, come on. If that's all it is, then sure. We don't care. Yeah, we'll just do the same thing again. Wipe their board and just get back an Orcus. I'm not that worried about it. Since we're just drawing a bunch of land anyway. Get in for 5 first. Destroy all creatures. Get back an Orcus. For 0. And I will... Well, maybe not. I'll hold on to that. There is an off chance we draw, like, Olivia or something. There's nothing really in the yard. We just get back, like, Innkeeper or whatever, but still. Yep, another Blood on Snow. We can cast that anyway when the time comes. Oh, I say that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but now they played that. Not that it matters. We have things. Do we want to attack? No attacks. We are not the aggressor just yet. If you attack, I will block, opponent. They chose not to. Alright, we need to find one of our other big creatures here, y'all. Like, if we found the demon that turns creatures into demons, like, that'd be sweet here. Like, there's a lot of things we could do. But we need to find something. Wrenn and 7 would be great, because we got 7 lands sitting out here. This is cute, but doesn't really do anything. I mean, I guess it gets us back an Innkeeper and gives us a thing in the yard we could play later. Which... Get the Innkeeper, we gain life, we have more treasure. If we attack for 5, the opponent blocks, takes 4. We could just get Orcus back then instead of getting the Innkeeper. So that's probably smarter, right? Just say, hey, take 4. Because, I mean, they're not wanting to take a 5-ball when they're at 10, I assume. Alright. And conveniently, this costs a little less because some creatures died. I wish I could do Orcus for -1 here, but I can't because it's part of a casting cost, not an ETB trigger. End of turn. So now, if they don't deal with Orcus, we have a win because they don't have enough blockers. Alright, cool. This could be like one of those Monoblack Midrange decks. Yeah, it looks like it. This is sad, because they're probably just going to sacrifice that. Which would, well, still, if you kill off our Innkeeper, that's fine. I think we could live with that. Oh, they didn't have the Deadly Dispute. I thought that was probably going to happen there. But I did that because if they killed it, like, we'd still have the treasure to use this turn. That's fine. Yeah, no blocks. Let's see. If we do that next turn... Actually, do we just do both of these? It'd still only give us 4 mana next turn. This would give us 5, 6. Maybe. Nah, that's fine. Let's do this. I'm alright with this. They're really checking that card out serious. Innkeeper dead? Is that what you're trying to show me? So you're going to soul shatter to make me lose either the Innkeeper or the Butler. I guess there's nothing in the yard for the Butler, so sure, we'll get rid of the Innkeeper. And the Butler will just invite it back to the party later. Oh, this isn't bad. Okay, well now this is worth it. Because we can have 5 mana next turn, we can get a demon back. Use the demon to sack the Butler gets back an Innkeeper. Now we're talking. Oh, this taxidermist gonna die, isn't it? No! Please, no. Oh, that taxidermist is dead. No way we're getting to keep that. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not dead. The good news is we don't really have to worry about a Blood on the Snow too much, do we? I mean, they could still cast it. They just don't get a lot of value for it. They probably still have one, though, I'd imagine. Okay, if we think they have Blood on the Snow, what's the play? Because if we get the demon and we sack the Butler, we're only going to get this back. But if we get the demon and sacrifice the taxidermist, then we could actually get that back when the Blood on the Snow happens, and then give us a chance to recast this easier. I don't know if I want to show them a red land yet, but I'm also afraid they might have discard spells. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And if you got the Blood on the Snow, you got the Blood on the Snow. Or if you just have a spot kill card, I guess it's fine. My money says, though, we should probably sack the taxidermist when we get to that stage. No attacks. I think we sack this. Because like I said, if they do sweep the board, we get this back to our hand, and then 2 turns later we can recast the Rebirth. Or just cast Belladros. Either way. So, yeah, if we don't, we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. We'd only have 6 next turn anyway, so yeah, that's fine. Alright, we got demons. Now, if they sack land to kill a demon here, that's actually not bad for us either. Okay, they didn't have the kill card there, so it feels like this is where they're going to try to sweep the board if they have it. Also, okay, I say if they didn't play a land, then it means we can't block Shambling Gas because they just get a treasure. Oh, they want to kill the Butler first? Is that their aim here? Reasonable. Oh, you know what? They might just have... Okay, that's not what I was thinking. I thought they might actually just have a Meat Hook Massacre. Sacrifice creature or planeswalker with the highest mana cost. Oh, this is basically the same. So we just get rid of the token, right? Well, if we put this one back in the yard, we have a chance of getting it back with stuff. And I don't think they have a way to bounce tokens, so sure. Could turn out I'm a complete idiot, but wouldn't be the first time. Oh, I was not expecting to draw that, though. Does that change anything? So we're just going to turn Butler into a token anyway. I mean, I guess unless we just want to have 3 demons, right? That's all that really does. So Butler would return a demon to our hand. Or we could just return the Taxidermist now? And just have it in hand for later? I'm just going to do this. And attack. And then just leave us in a situation where we could do some other stuff. I mean, that's 6. Alright. Dead Butler. We will take the action. We'll return this. And that's just to increase the odds that we could cast these out of the yard or just cast Witherbloom. I mean, they can obviously sack something here and draw a card. Though, truthfully, we might just untap and just replay another demon at this rate. And they only have, what, 1, 2 Snowlands right now? So, all they'd be getting back is a Shambling Gas? That's fair. Ooh, well, if we drew Olivia, we can get a demon back? That'd be great. Well, we know they're going to blow up the board here. Actually, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. If they played a land as 5, they'd Meat Hook Massacre. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. They're going to blood on the snow, obviously. I mean, I guess it could be a Meat Hook Massacre to just make sure you kill off a demon. Okay, I was going to say, like, that would be the weirdest situation, but I mean, if you just do what you got to do to stay alive. Desperation tactics. Okay, so there's a Butler and a Taxidermist. Or we could just get back another demon since we knew they had trouble dealing with it last time. But I think we wait. I think we do this. I think we do this. And then that gives us a few more options. And we don't have to be in a big hurry here. Because they don't know about these, obviously. They know we have this in the graveyard. They make us sacrifice something here. We're just going to sacrifice the Butler. And we'll just get back a demon, I guess. And then try to play Witherbloom on our turn. Though, who knows? They could be playing 4 Soul Shatters. Yeah, alright, no blocks. I mean, we're either getting a demon back, or we're going to recast, or draw an untapped land and cast Witherbloom. I'm fine either way. The sick part is, if we get demon and Witherbloom, then the tokens become demons. And that's awesome. Becomes a real problem for the opponent. Yep, another blood on the snow. Which is why we're patient about things. Alright. I actually kind of want to draw an untapped land here. Because I think it'd be really sweet to get Witherbloom into play and then Demon into play. I am going to... I think I'm just going to take back a Taxidermist. Since we have basically 3 Diagraph Rebirths. Oh, buddy, never mind. Things have changed. Business is about to pick up. Oh, man, I really wanted an untapped land there, but, we got new things. Oh, this is weird. Actually, if we got Olivia, we would sack Olivia, so we would lose the demon, but we would have a demon copy left over. But then we could get Olivia back next turn and attack again. It's actually pretty funny. That's a weird interaction. but I'm down for it. I mean, they could just have a spot kill here, and then we just do it all over again next turn. But we're still at 18, so I don't feel too pressured here. Alright, so Olivia's gonna die here, right? You're gonna sack your treasure? No? Alright, demon up. So this is funny. If we can keep just getting the Olivia out and just re-getting the demon, we end up basically just feeding constant Olivias to the demon. So then this demon's gonna die, right? Because we lost the Olivia. Yeah, so we end up with the new 6. That's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. That is pretty weird. It does get... Oh, it gets exiled, though. Okay, that makes sense. Fair enough. Not going to be mad about it. Opponent's at 5. They've got to find a way to deal with the demon and an Olivia coming at them. Alright, Professor Onyx will kill a creature. We can also kill Professor Onyx here if we want to. Which we probably will. Get back Olivia. Also nice to be able to get back Innkeeper here. And then that'd give us... I mean, because this is all we can really get. But Innkeeper does give us treasure that sets up our Taxidermist. And the only reason we have to do this, if we just don't want the opponent gaining extra life from the Olivia, because like we could attack them down to 2, but then they just keep gaining with the Olivia, so we don't want that situation. And as much as I want land here, actually, no, we probably need to play Taxidermist. But I would like the idea of playing the Butler just to get something in the yard with these, but we do need a 7th land at some point. Alright, we just attack you, I guess. It doesn't really change anything. They're going to block it anyway, it's going to die. Yeah, obviously you block that opponent. And if they have a kill spell, it's not going to kill a Taxidermist. They want to kill Olivia.
Fine. I'm taking the day off.
Okay. So we have Butler to set up stuff for Olivia to grab. We can get something out of the yard if we need to. Though they may not let us because they know we have Rebirth and they don't want us... Well, I don't know. They are at 5. I mean, if they wanted to get real crafty... Oh, okay, Tybalt. Alright, you can exile Olivia, I guess. Is the plan here. That's what I would do. Yeah, I was going to say... Nothing else really makes sense there. They can play Olivia and get back, I don't know, Shambling Gas. So we're not that worried about it. Okay, something good here. Ah, boo, boo. Alright, so what do we want to do? I guess we just cast with them. We know what their hand is, so sure. Okay. We do get to make a token every turn, which is a big deal. I just wish we had one of our other big hitters in the yard we could have got back with the Digraph Rebirth, but no love. Looks like we're probably going to have to Butler plus Taxidermist and hope for the best. Maybe even grow the Taxidermist would be the perfect situation if two creatures ended up in the yard. Yeah, you do what you got to do. I mean, you got access to 5 cards, technically, because you can use Tibalt. And you have a ton of mana. And our creatures are very good for them if they find one. Okay, well, they found a land. They found a Graveyard Trespasser, which does gain them life if they need it. Could also get rid of one of our Digraph Rebirths, which is kind of annoying. Actually, can get rid of both. Could get rid of one now and get rid of one next turn. So that's not friendly for us. They don't seem to be immediately getting rid of Belladross, though, so that's kind of nice. I think the question is just, do they cast our Olivia as a black? Oh, no! They found another one of those. That hurts. Yep. Womp womp. That's super bad for us. I mean, we can get a Belladross back, but I don't know if that's going to be good enough now. We'll see, though. Maybe. You got 3 mana, opponent. I was saying, what are you doing? That's the only thing to do here. Yeah. That's the best play by far. Wait, not even close. Okay, so we can... I mean, this is just going to exile it, though. Opponent's at 5. Do we just... Dude? We only need 1 creature to hit the yard, so... Sure. Alright, I guess that's fine. We get access to another Rebirth. Not sure it does anything here. And we didn't even get a creature to hit. So we had the worst possible exchange there. How did we not hit something? I just need to hit a creature so we could have at least attacked. It would have forced them to block. That sucks. Now I don't know if we can win. I'm pretty sure we can't, actually. Yeah. Alright. Well... Yeah, we can't win. We can't win. Alright. Oh my gosh. Alright, we go first. We'll keep it. Okay, we're gonna hope that this opponent does not have a portable hole. Okay, so we're doing this. Alright, that's not awful for us if we can get things into the yard. We can... I mean, they're going to have a lot of life. That's going to be a problem all its own. But I think there are things we can do and be okay. Oh! That didn't work out how we wanted at all. We did get a Huntmaster in there, though. So if we can get that back, that would be humongous. So let's concentrate on that as our current plan. Yep, attack for 4. We're going to do nothing about it because we're going to gain 3 life back. Lana and Elena would be cute, but that ain't what we're about right now. No attacks. Yep. More dudes. Yep. Sounds good. Funny thing is, I just needed like a demon to block that. Or a demon to turn our wolves into 6/6s. That would be great too. I would definitely be about that life. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe I should have just blocked with Tovolar and just been able to get that back next turn. Gee bus. That didn't work out at all, did it? Turn this into an 8/8. It doesn't really do much. Turn this into a 4/4. Lets us at least keep those at bay for a turn. These also first strike, but we can't put the counter on itself, obviously. Alright, I guess this is what we do. And then we just pass. We're gonna hope to draw one of our sweepers, I guess. Because I don't think we're gonna do much else here. I mean, we need sweepers or demons. Like, it's kind of our only outs here. And that's just demons, because then we can just double block things and, you know, keep turning these small creatures into bigger creatures. Yep, you have a ton of life. Yep, don't disagree with any of these things. Good news is, if we can find the cards we need, we can really just start putting an end to this. But we only have 2 turns. Actually, no, we have 1 turn. Alright, blood on the snow off the top. That is not gonna get us there. Ah, we're dead. Gosh dang it. Alright. Man, we didn't draw anything we needed there. We didn't get any... Ugh. Needed our other big bodies. We'll see what's up. Keep it. I mean... We're going to play the Taxidermist, but I'm not expecting to get a lot out of it here. I feel like our Taxidermist might be in for a bad day. Ruin Crab. That could work to our advantage if there was something there to get. But we don't even have the Reanimator. The one time we run into a Ruin Crab, we actually don't have the dang Diregraph Rebirths in hand. And we haven't hit a single creature in the yard. Wow. Like, like, what the hell? Oh, that's not true. We hit a Butler. Yeah, we're so gonna lose this game. Play a land? No, they didn't have land at least. Okay, there's that. Then I guess we go ahead and just straight up play an Orcus and see if we can race. I mean, it's something. If they're going to copy spells or whatever, it's like, fine. We're going to try to dome them 5 at a time. Maybe more if we get to attack with Faceless Haven. Oh, Tovolar. The Huntmaster finally hit. Alright, how bad is it? Okay, Fading Hope. Fair enough. I think those are usually copy spells in that deck, so we're not too concerned. Yeah, I guess we just go with it again. Sad part is Mulch works against us here because they're trying to mill us. So we probably just try to make a 5/5 and just fight with that. Since we drew more than enough mana, but not proper creatures. We just need one more creature to hit the yard too, and this will be a 4/4. So maybe we could just attack with 4, 4, and 5. And that puts a lot of pressure on the opponent. I mean, that's 13. Cacophony. Ooh. Do we have something big we can get back? We can get back Coma. We can get back Huntmaster. Don't have quite enough mana yet, though. Alright. I think we just have to do what we can as fast as we can. That's 13. Yeah, I was going to say, like, you got to do something. Am I brave enough to mulch here? Does mulch even achieve anything? We already have everything we could want in the yard. So, like, yeah, forget it. We're not going to make the opponent's life any easier. I mean, they can copy a Cacophony, but then they're just dead. Man, if we can eke out a win against the Mill deck, that's going to feel good. Considering we were on the draw and they got a turn 1 crab. Right? Iteration. This is probably Cacophony here. Shouldn't kill us. We still have 30 cards. Oh, Fading Hope. Okay, that's relevant. Yeah, that's a real play. I mean, that keeps you in it to win it. I mean, we put both creatures down again next turn, but, you know. Actually, can we play that? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 2 to play that. That'd be 1, 2 to play that. I'd be 1 short. Alright, can't do that then. Then we just do this. And we just reset to back to where we were. Again for 0. Alright, Orca's still being a good Magic card. They are at 11, though, so I mean, even if we attack, they could bounce 1 and still buy another turn. So they're not dead, plus they can copy something if it's cheap here. So there's still a decent bit of Magic to play here, depending on what cards they have in hand. I was just thinking what I could get out of the yard here to possibly matter. Only I can think of is maybe Coma. Dual Strike. Alright, you copy the next thing. Kill 2 Duders. End of the royal. Bounce 2 things. Alright, fair enough. So here's the other thing. If we were to get Huntmaster, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If they bounce the Huntmaster, we'd have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But then recasting Huntmaster constantly produces more stuff. And since we're not getting to attack here, I think I want to do that. And the other thing I like here, actually, I don't know, maybe we could go with Coma. Yeah, let's just hit Coma. Because we force them to play during their upkeep if they want to stop Coma. And even if Coma ends up in our hand, we do have multiple blue sources that we could play that with. And the biggest thing is, we wanted either Coma or the Huntmaster in play in case they had burn down the house. Whereas if we put both of these into play and they were to draw burn down the house again, they would have got rid of our board. So this guarantees we have something that stays. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Good thing is we have some expensive stuff, so hopefully we don't die. Alright, 20 cards left. 10 cards left. And that's the game. Woo! Oh! Oh! Oh man, really? I got a mulligan. Alright, oh, we'll keep it. Get rid of that. Get rid of this duder. Though, thinking about it, maybe I should have just kept that guy. Because if he flips a creature, I can sometimes just get one back into hand. Alright, no blocks. Oh, I thought it might be a socialite or something there. Any chance you want to trade? Because, I mean, I'm not going to block with that. Okay. Alright, so good news, we can get the coma into the yard. I just don't have a way to get it back at the moment. Epicure, we're going to take a damage and they get a blood token. We take 2. Seems fair. Can't sacrifice that because you need red. Alright, be useful. That would have been useful, but not the way we wanted to go about it. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. We could play this. That gains us a life. Makes a treasure. We could play this, and then that would leave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana next turn. Still wouldn't be able to cast Coma. But the fact we're getting to a situation where we could cast Coma, we kind of have to really consider it. No attacks. We're kind of offsetting the damage at this point, so no need to be in a hurry. Would like to draw something nice for next turn, but I'm not even sure what. Maybe a Wrenn and 7? We'd have 5 mana for that. That would be cool. Play with fire. Alright. Just coming to the dome. Surprised I didn't want to kill off our taxidermist, because we missed a land drop. They must have a plan for just getting all the heat in. Alright, they're digging, they got a plan here, I guess. You're gonna sack that, make a blood token, get some cards? I guess since they're not really attacking with it here, that kind of makes sense. What if this makes a treasure and we draw an untapped land? Then we could cast Coma, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that'd be exactly 7. So let's do that. Let's just mill a land and then draw a land. And untap land. Well, we missed. We have all the blood tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, still 6. Math still looks the same. I probably shouldn't have attacked with that. I just realized after the fact. I was thinking, but yeah, they're not attacking with that otherwise. That was just dumb. I just got to clicking too quick. Because if I was going to do that, you might as well just get in there with innkeepers and everything. Like, that was just stupid. I literally, one of the things that right after I clicked it, I realized how dumb it was. Alright, well now we're going to start getting drained for a lot of life. This is going to become a problem. I think we have to cycle this. We still have 5. I'm going to cycle this too. Really hoping to find a rebirth here. Wow. My goodness. Okay, well we found one, but it's way, way bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we wait, we could do this next turn and get back Coma. But the odds are they probably have a removal card by then. I can kill it, but we don't have much choice. So here's hoping. Though, really, they could just activate their Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Yeah. It's probably what I would do. They're not, though. Well, if we take 6, we're just going to be close to dead, right? So we kind of have to at least chump block here. I could have activated Faceless Haven and threatened lethal on Anja, but if they have removal, this wasn't going to go our way. Alright, here's hoping for the best. Oh, now we get the treasure. I see how you are, deck. Well, unfortunately, we only really have one thing in our graveyard, and that's the Coma. And sadly, I don't think it's going to live, but that's all we got. I assume it's just dead here, right? I mean, you might, if you don't, say if you don't have a kill card, cycle to find it. Okay, well, yeah, we're gonna die anyway then, because you're gonna put us to 10. That's 2, 4. So yeah, if you can get us to 6, we're just dead. And it's not even worth it for them to sacrifice the blood tokens because they actually get 6 damage out of it. We did gain a life, so I buy this a little bit. We have 1 life in hand with the taxidermist. Yeah, Anja makes this very difficult. It's not a friendly situation for us. Do we just block with Coma? I guess we kind of have to. Because if they're spending mana to get rid of Coma somehow, they're not doing other things. So, it's probably fine. And again, we know we're getting at least 1 life back from Coma making a 3/3. However, they can start turning their blood tokens into bats, which would be super problematic. Oh, this is bad. I guess I shouldn't have. I didn't even think they'd be playing Meathook Massacre. Well, is there a good thing for us to do here? Doesn't seem like it. Alright, cool. Good job, opponent. We can't do anything. It makes it indestructible, but that doesn't matter. It's going to have negatives. So, sure. Yep, we're at 8. Now we do have to worry about... Oh. Oh. That was huge. Literally. Because now we can block the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I was about to start getting concerned about that. Oh, man. Oh, Blood Vial. Okay, that will get us dead. Oh, no. Oh, no. And we already have one Blood Vial token. I'm going to have to use that, probably. Ooh, what are we looking to do here? Does this help us? If we have this as a blocker, we have this already. We get rid of this, that buys us at least one more life. So, yeah. Let's use it. And we could also find a Blood on the Snow if we do this, which could be pretty good. That ain't it, though. That is it. Okay, if we do this, now do we go into coma territory? If we attack, they would gain life. So we just want to attack with this. Because technically, if they block with just a Purveyor, we don't really care. These are all going to die anyway, though. So they're going to get the life lost one way or the other. So we might as well try to sneak a couple of damage in. And we can't get Coma, so we're probably just getting the Huntmaster back. Okay. That actually worked out better than anticipated. Just double checking what we want. And I think it's going to have to be Huntmaster. Alright. Destroy all creatures. I mean, sadly, this puts us at a pretty low life, but it's all we can do. Get back a Huntmaster. Maybe there's a chance they don't play anything here and we get to flip a Huntmaster. That'd be great. But we're at 6. We probably die to a lot of things here. And they get to cycle through however many cards they want here. So it's going to be pretty hard for us to stay alive. I mean, if they find another Anja, we're dead. If they find another Purveyor, we're dead. There's a bunch of things. Yep, that'll do it too. Because then you get to start attacking with more stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can we get the Coma back? And then what? Because we can tap down flyers at that point. Ooh, 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 ooh. Or do we want Innkeeper? As silly as it is, do we want Innkeeper to be able to gain life? I don't think so. I think we have to get Coma and just play for a win. So we attack. With just these. In case something goes sideways. Alright, end the turn. Does Coma survive? I assume so, because they would have killed the Huntmaster if they could have, right? Alright, that we're not too concerned about. Matter of fact, that lets us get another green, which is kind of convenient. Alright, get a Coma token. Now, if we tap the Bloodcaster, that would put Coma at risk, but I don't know if we have a choice. Because going to 4 feels really bad when they could just cycle through to find their last damage from, like, Play with Fires or something. Or even just casting an Anja drains us for 2. That's not exciting for us either. But if we find a land, if Coma were to die, there's a chance we could get it back. If they activate the Hive of the Eye Tyrant because they want to remove our Diagraph Rebirth, then... Oh, wait a minute. Is this going to give us an opening? because they're only at 10. Now I think we could let them attack us for 2 and not care. I think we got it. After all that, I think we might have got it. All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's what we want. They should have kept that in hand to cycle that. Yeah, we'll take our turn, but we're just going to tap down their creatures. Yep. Ooh. Tap you. Yep, you can gain the life. Don't even mind. Because that one's already targeted. We target this one. Yep. Whoa, that was a good one. Alright, so surprisingly this deck is playable. I wouldn't call it a world beater by any stretch. You're probably going to be like in the 53-54% with it, so you're not going to do anything crazy. I wouldn't take it into a tournament, but it's totally viable for ladder play, and that's all you're really looking for a lot of the time. Like, the cool part is you get to play with a lot of cards you don't normally get to use, and, you know, there's some fun interactions in here. It's not like just shove stuff in the graveyard, get a big creature back. There's actually a lot of decisions to make, which make it kind of fun. You know, you don't want to be bored playing the same thing for hours on end. As far as changes, I don't know if there's anything major I would change. I do feel like there's like 1 or 2 cards missing that I just didn't include, and I looked and I couldn't figure out what they were, so maybe there's something overlooked. It's possible I'll update this before it goes live, but for the most part, I actually kind of liked the choices that were available, and I wasn't too upset with it. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Frozen Beast, mostly because I was thinking about cards that would be cool to play in here. Well, you know, an 8/8 for 4 would be awesome, especially with all the cards that have come out since the shove cards in the graveyard. A card like this could be spectacular. And the funny thing is, this is kind of one of those cards that low-key sneaks up in price from time to time, and I think right now they're in the like $10 or $11 range. People don't even know that, so go through your stuff. This card's not really bulk, something you can make real money on. Now don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be in the description down below, along with links for our Facebook gaming stream, our Twitch streams, and as usual, you can come into our Discord and hang out, ask questions, talk about decks, or even just talk about today's video if you have more questions. Also, please consider, if you haven't, the memberships here on the channel. It's something I started because a lot of people asked if we had a Patreon, and instead of maintaining a Patreon, I decided, hey, a bunch of you already watch here on YouTube, so I'm just going to make it available here. So yeah, memberships, check it out. Matter of fact, we have a poll up right now. It's going to be deciding what we put up next on the channel, and only our members are getting to vote on it. And if you haven't, please like, subscribe, share, notify, all that fun stuff like usual. And that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.